Alright guys, welcome back to another war video. Today we have HC Colossus. When I was looking for a top tier alliance, I remember being interested in HC Kingpin. So I'm pretty sure it's a connected alliance to them. So here we actually get to bring in a full Kingpin trinity. Hood for the 100% debuff purification, and Sinister places a power lock debuff on the opponent after they throw specials. So it just really adds a lot of utility to his already utilified kit. So yeah, he has power control aspect, he has damage aspect, and he has just an insane whatever debuff you can think of putting on him, he can purify, basically. So here, Sinister just brings a lot to this fight by giving him the power lock debuff, because Mystic's Dispersion, when I dex her specials, will not trigger. So she won't get any power from Mystic Dispersion. So basically any Mystic that I face here with Kingpin is not going to be as difficult to control their power as without Sinister. So yeah, we're get some nice stand-up intercepts here. Trying to bait out that special 1. We do not want to push her through to a special 2. Really trying not to get backed up against the wall. She thankfully throws it right away. Looking to get some intercepts just like that while we can, because she won't be getting any power for a certain amount of time after she throws the special. And you can just see this fight is going really, really well. I guess my finger didn't hit the special right after the 5-hit combo, but I knew that my overpower debuff was on and I was safe to throw an unblockable special 1. So really, really well. You know, if Tiger gets you cornered and you have to gain space and then push her to a special 2, she can be a real problem. So definitely a defender you don't want to mess with, especially, you know, you want to try not to let her get to a special 2, because she'll go unblockable and you have to outrange it. And if you're not on her side of the map and don't have the dexes down perfectly, you're going to take a lot of damage and probably get killed. So here, as I'm sure you guys know, this second node of Path 9 in Section 1 has the indestructibility when I get to a bar of power. But I really like having the ability accuracy and damage reduction from his debuff from the special 1, so that's why I'm going to throw it, even though he's going to go indestructible, and this finishes him off really, really nicely. Kingpin is so good. And now this fight. I have taken this fight before and it has gone terribly wrong. And you'll see I play it pretty well, but I think all the intercepts that I try to do against Weapon X don't work, and he smacks me up pretty good. So, you know, you're just going to see this fight becomes really, really scary. And he also gains those rage. I don't think they're called rages, but whatever, those teal bar all the way to the right. I think if they're at 20 and he throws a special, or they automatically go to 30, they start counting down and he becomes unstoppable and unblockable till it goes to 0. Only unblockable till it goes to 0, unstoppable just for a certain amount of time. So there you can see I went for it and he smacks me up. I have 70%. Trying to get some of that adrenaline healing back. And you can see just how far. Well, he's healing up everything, but he's also, now they turn red, those stacks. And my goal is to get them to 0. And it just becomes really hard. So you can see I end up really leaning on my special 1 just because the 5-hit combo just gives him a lot back. I think with me purifying a lot of debuffs too, that helps feed it feed those numbers up. So I know I'm probably not going to kill him while he's in berserk mode, so I have to get those red numbers counting down to 0, and then I can start doing damage. Now I'm just trying to buy time. I know I can win this fight. I'm at 16%. Keep throwing special ones, and you can see it's at 10. Now here I'm just going to let it go to 0. There we go. Now we're just going to try to out-damage him. He has that timer where those berserk numbers will not be able to gain numbers. So I'm just trying to dish as much damage as I can, trying to come out of this fight alive. And you can see he's down to 20%, so we're looking good. Now his stacks are starting to rise again, but thankfully that last hit of the special one finishes while, we did all that damage while it was in cooldown and before he got into berserk again. Or else I would have had to do that whole rotation over, and it would have just been a mess. So I like Kingpin in that matchup. There are other options. He also has class disadvantage, but I think if you nail your intercepts and slow play it a little better than I did, where he goes to 0 sooner, it's not as scary or dangerous of a fight. Definitely something I can learn from and improve. Now, this fight right here is basically why I brought Sinister in, because I really want to get as many hits as I can after a special, and with MD, his power is just going to be going through the roof. So, yeah, the goal here is to bait special ones. We want to try to stay away from the special 2. His special 1 is unblockable. I am pretty good at dexing it. But as soon as he throws that, we can go in, 4-hit, back off, light, do the same thing over and over again until his my power debuff on him wears off, and then basically just repeat that process. Doom here has a lot of critical resistance, so our critical hits won't be happening very much at all. But we're just looking to out-damage him and power lock him and those perfect SP1 evades. I don't know if you saw, but this is a rank 4 on a very dangerous node. Pretty sure this is the toughest Doom as far as I faced a couple rank 4 Dooms before, but not here. So he's one beefy boy. Nothing to... So there he's close to a special 2. Perfect dex. You can see that power lock putting to work. I can do the dash back and then light intercept him. So this is going really well off the start. Another perfect dex. And since he threw the special ones so close together, the aura of Hazareth wasn't able to refresh on the second one, so we're able to knock him down without him resisting that. Here, just a miss parry, or probably not a parry, I'm not sure. And here we take a huge hit, but since we're not purifying any other debuffs, we're able to purify it right away. So yeah, he got me pretty good, but we're still in control. We just need to settle down. There's another good dex. And here I was like, after I threw this, I was like, oh crap, he's going to put that stun on me, but I think I purified right away. I think I did, yeah, because it said purified there. So now we're winning the battle of health. That was a random and close call. He almost slapped me in the face. So random. Who does that on a dashback? You're going to see a couple SP1 fails here, but the power lock is just so clutch to keep him from throwing back-to-back specials where I can't even get any damage in. So I wouldn't feel comfortable with this fight if Sinister wasn't on my team. So the last 2 special ones I've ate the last hit. But, I mean, his special one is mostly utility, doesn't have much damage. Doesn't mean you want to get hit by it, but, you know, if you only eat the last part of it, you're fine. And there we go. Just grateful to be out of that fight because it's a super dangerous node. Doom is a great defender. You don't want to mess around with him. I failed the last couple of special 2 dexes, so, you know, I'm just happy to get the solo. I just wanted to, it's good to be out of that fight, and we clear it. All right, now we have this red mags on the first path of Section 2, Path 9. Mags is a very popular placement here since he goes unstoppable when you bait heavies, and you can't parry him and hit into him because he'll reflect the damage that you do while he is stunned. So we have to rely on intercepts. So you can see we're doing a pretty good job stand-up intercepting him right here. Very nice start to the fight. So we're just going to bite this SP1. And I used to, once I would bait out the special one, I used to dash back, do a light to get a little closer to him, and then kind of what I did there, except I dex that last part and then go in. But I found that it just isn't quite safe. You know, if he decks or he parries me right when I'm coming in, now Kingpin can purify the stun. But there's a chance he might, you know, attack into me before I do that, and I just don't want to take unnecessary damage. So we do take a couple hits, but we're not in danger, and he's almost down. Looking for an intercept to finish him off here. So there's a nice intercept. He goes down. What's he at? 5% now. So now I think we just hit on the block till he's dead. Because he is almost down. Not trying to do anything risky here. Not going to go in and try to time my dash in while that unstoppable ends. And he's at 2%, just trying to hit on his block. And there he goes. And while I was playing it slow at the end, you can see I healed some health back, so that's going to help me with some health potions. Now here we have a Penny Parker. I think this is the first time I faced her on lane 9 with Kingpin. I have faced her as a boss with Hazardous Shift up, so it's kind of like that, but she's not going to have near as much health. And yeah, it's just going to be a good time with Kingpin. So just beating on her block to get that shield deactivated, and now we can start heading in. You know, she can get her Spider Sense charges, trying to keep her below that special 2. So there we go, knock her down, and she's willing to throw it right away, which is wonderful. That shield is still down. It's about to come back up. But we have lots of damage from our rage debuffs. So we're just going to bring that shield down again. And we should be close to finishing her off with this cycle of her shield being down. So there we go, special 1, get that damage over time. Willing to throw her special again once she's knocked down. And that seems to be the case with a lot of characters. Once they get knocked down and you're right close to them, they usually will throw it. Now there I have literally no idea. I have my overpower debuff, which makes my special attacks unblockable. So I have no answer for that. And I think I forgot to, research that, but it makes absolutely zero sense. She has nothing. She has absolutely no counter for unblockables, which my special attack should have been. So I don't know what would have made my special attack not be unblockable. I have no idea. So if you have any idea, post in the comments. All right, so we're just healing up for this mini. Should work out really well because of our power lock on a special, so he's not going to be gaining as much power from his aura of incinerate, whatever he calls it. So we've been getting really good RNG. He's not triggered the flames once. Still hasn't. We're taking a little bit of that incinerate damage, but we're hoping that with this ability accuracy reduction, he won't be triggering it as much. And we don't really want to get to a special 2 because then he'll go indestructible. So we're just going to throw this right away. Perfect. Now we should have enough time to do another special 1, which means there's no way he's going to gain that incinerate. I am not sure what happened there. Guess I just went in a little bit early. Gonna wait out where his health would go. And this was just a mistake. I guess I didn't think, either I forgot about the special 2 indestructibility, or I didn't think I was going to get to a special 2. But anyway, no matter. He's a little unwilling to go in after that, so we just bait out the heavy there. Just going to wait this aura out. He gets to a special 2. We're fine with that. Going to wait this out again. Unfortunately, while our power lock is on him. You just got some of these fights you just got to be patient with. And that's all there is to it. Again, I'm just going to blame the inputs. It might have been me. At this point, this war was a while ago, so I can't really remember in the moment what all this was. So we take a little bit of damage, but Kingpin's a tank, so we're not too worried about it. Do we have one more fight? Not really sure what I'm doing here. Am I taking another fight? I might not. Am I taking the Annihilus this war? I think so. I think this is the first time. I think they might have changed. I think they changed this node, but I haven't taken this node in general in quite a while. So I'm used to clearing right side of Boss Island. So I'm just trying to read over it. Pretty sure I misunderstood some of the nodes, but doesn't hurt me too bad if I remember correctly. Kingpin's just gonna purify all of his nasty stuff, and we should be good to go. Just healing up before this fight. Getting close to item use. But we shouldn't matter because this is the last fight we're taking. Throwing on some boosts. Even though it's one fight, only one fight, we don't want to go in not prepared for it. All right, now I think we're ready to go in. Make sure we're using Kingpin. Not sure what my plan was going into this fight. Definitely not that, but we already have the overpower debuff, so we're going to be doing lots of damage. Got a nice intercept there, straight into a special 1. Very nice. Pretty sure I get clipped by a special 1 at some point in this fight, if I remember right. So we're just trying to wait out. There he gets his unstoppable armor, and we go in a little bit too early. So there we just take it on the block. Trying to make sure he's not going unstoppable. Get a nice opening there. We're going to throw another special 1. And we're really winning the health battle by a lot. There's a nice clean evade. Except for the last part, which is I never missed that. Pretty sure, if I remember right, that was a input error. But whatever. Definitely giving him space in case that unstoppable triggers, and it doesn't. At this point, he's almost done. We're just going to wait this out. We don't want him to get to the special 2 because I'm not used to evading that. And yeah, he goes down while he's throwing the special attack. So pretty cool. So anyway, believe that's my war. Let's see the score here. We actually got the second, not MVP number 1, but number 2, which is pretty cool. I think that's the only time this season this has happened. But yeah, we end up winning this war. So yeah, it was a good time. Hope you're enjoying these videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Garbage out.